I just made a video and I'm unhappy with it, so I'm going to make a short summary about it, and I'll see if this one is maybe actually better. The point that I'm trying to talk about is that you and nobody else in the world is at fault for how you or they are. Whoever you are, it is not your fault that you are that way. You are a product of your circumstances. You're a product of the circumstances that life has thrown at you. And those circumstances include, for example, your biological brain that you were born with, the parents that you had, the education that you had, the experiences that you made. I think those are enough to for you to get the kind of point that I'm trying to get across here. This is important to understand because a part of empathy, which this video is about empathy. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Yeah, part of empathy is to stop blaming people for how they are. Stop giving them responsibility for how they are. People are products of the circumstances that life has thrown at them first and foremost. Now, when you're angry at someone, say somebody's pissing you off, in some kind of way. Somebody's doing something that you just disagree with, or that annoys you, or that just unsettles you in some kind of way. There are many people in our lives whose decisions we just cannot relate to, whose decisions, when we look at them, we just think, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And what I want to tell you is that there are reasons for why they do what they do. And that is something that I think we tend to forget, or we tend to not even acknowledge, is that people always do the things they do for a reason, and that reason makes sense to them. Even if they don't realize it, even if they do it unconsciously. There's a reason for why people behave the way they do. And if you understood that reason, if you really knew the whole story, if you knew what that person went through their entire lives, and I don't just mean like went through in the sense that all the traumatic experiences they had or anything like that. What I mean is all of their experiences from the moment that they were born. They collected experiences that shaped their personality and their character. And the people that they are today, they are a result of these experiences. And the only reason you get mad instead of empathizing with them, instead of feeling for them, instead of understanding what's going on, is because, like I said, you don't know the whole story. And oftentimes we refuse to even consider that there might be a story to this, that there might be a reason, that to this person this might make sense, and not just to this person, it will make sense to you too, if you actually knew what was going on. Now, when I talk about people who piss you off, what I meant up until now are like people that just generally annoy you, just people that you disagree with, people that maybe are in your life that are doing things that you just really would like them to stop doing, where your first reaction is always, these people are just fucking fucktards and they can go fuck off. But what I mean is that it's not just these people, it's everyone. Everyone has a story to them that nobody understands, that they don't even understand themselves. They don't know. You probably don't remember all the experiences that you made in your entire life that shaped your character. But let me tell you, if you truly understood what was going on, if you truly understood the entire story, if you truly understood this person, if you understood all the correlations that led up to the certain decision that someone made that annoyed you, that pissed you off, that you just cannot relate to, there would be no way that you could be mad at them. No way, literally. You cannot be mad at something that you fully understand. Your anger comes from your ignorance about the subject. Because being mad at something that you understand, that's like being mad at water for behaving like water. You know, if somebody drowns in water, you don't go to the water and you yell at it and you're pissed at the fucking water that this person had to drown in there and it's all your fault, you stupid piece of cunt water. You know what I mean? It's the same with people. It's the same with anything. Once you understand it, you have no way of being mad at it. And really, when I talk to people about this, I use examples of really evil people. Like, for example, imagine a warlord in Africa, in some war-torn country, a warlord that is just massacring innocent villages. You know, innocent people who have done nothing wrong to them, who just want to live there in peace. And this motherfucker is going there and he's fucking killing everyone. That is actually a reality that's happening in this world, and that's really sad. And we all would agree that that is a very evil person. And I'm not here to tell you otherwise. I agree too. But if we truly understood what was going on in the mind of this person who's ordering all these killings, if we really understood their entire life story of how maybe they were born or grew up as a sociopath who feels no remorse for anything they do, who maybe had parents who were terrible role models for him, who taught him to be cruel, who maybe never in his life enjoyed proper education. You know, you and I, we living in the Western world, we are so spoiled by our education. Like, we cannot even imagine not having been approached in our lives about subjects of right and wrong. Like, that's the most normal thing. Of course, our parents and our teachers taught us ethical values. But there are people in this world who literally never even thought about what's right and what's wrong, who don't even know that these concepts exist, who are so ignorant, who are so uneducated that they can't help themselves but behave the way that they do. And maybe one of these warlords is a person like that. I'm not trying to point out any warlord here. What I'm trying to talk about is I'm just trying to find some kind of example, a few points that might be going on. You know, the points that I named might all be wrong. And there might be 100 things going on that I have no idea about, that we could never guess. All the things, all the factors that are contributing to this person being the way they are. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it is not their fault that they are that way. It is not their fault that they are that way. And if you understood why they do the things they do, how it makes sense to them, you could not be mad at them. Because I am convinced, 100% am I convinced that every human in this world is behaving to their best ability 100% of the time. Every decision they make is the best decision that they could have made at that point. With the thoughts that they had, the emotions that they had, the thing that they ate for breakfast, the fucking memories they had, all the past experiences, all these factors that came together to form a decision in that very moment. All the unconscious factors that come into play that we don't even know are going on. Every decision somebody is making is the best decision that they can make at that point in time. That is what I'm trying to get at here. And I think I really explained my main points here. People are not at fault for how they are. We need to start empathizing with them. And even though we can never understand the story of their lives, because they cannot even understand it themselves, we can try to think about ways of how things could have went for them, of how things might have gone for them. And just by realizing that there are reasons for their behaviors that we just do not know and that we cannot understand, and that even if they told them to us, we could not relate to them. We would not know what they mean. We just have to remember that if we understood the story of their lives, we would have no way of being mad at them. We would have no way of judging them. We'd know that they did the best with the options that were given to them. Even if they are terrible people, those choices that they made seem to be the best options to them out of all the options that they thought they had. And once you understand this, you can truly start empathizing with people. You can truly start feeling for people. You don't even have to fully understand it. You just have to make an attempt at understanding it, because most people don't want to understand these problems. They just want to complain. And that's stupid.